You're listening to the ND Community Podcast, a podcast that helps naturopathic doctors quantum leap their impact. I'm your host, Jackie Nolke, also known as Dr. J. I am the co-founder of ndcommunity.com along with my husband, Dr. Rob Nolke, ND, and we are so excited to bring you all this information that's going to help you make a massive impact on this world. Now let's get to it. Hey NDs and ND Med students, I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is sunny here, so I am definitely getting a little bit of spring fever. I'm ready for spring and the weather to change and finally not be so cold. So today we're talking about 7 elements that make up a good lead magnet. So if you haven't listened to yesterday's podcast, number 4, I suggest that you go back and listen to that because I am going to go over in that podcast how you can use Pinterest to generate ideas for a lead magnet. And I go into detail about that on that episode. But today, again, we're talking about the 7 elements that make up a good lead magnet so that when you decide the subject matter and the kind of lead magnet you're going to produce, like a PDF or quiz or whatever, then you can go through these 7 elements as you design it so you can make sure that it will have the best results for you. Okay, so yesterday I talked about how to decide on the perfect lead magnet for your naturopathic practice. And today I'm going to talk about the different elements that are going to make up a really good lead magnet. So you now have an idea of what the topic is you want to cover, and if you're going to do a checklist, a PDF, a video, etc. But now I want you to really think about these 7 things that will help make your lead magnet the most successful, meaning that the most people are going to want to give you their email address in exchange for what you're giving them. So the first thing is it needs to solve a real problem. So if your lead magnet doesn't solve a real problem that your ideal patients have, it probably isn't going to work. Or it has to be something that they really want. So something that they're really into, that they really want. And again, that activity I talked about yesterday with Pinterest will show you what people are wanting, because those lead magnets that are coming up on the top of that Pinterest search are things that have been clicked the most. The second thing is you want to promise a quick win. So your lead magnet should promise and deliver one quick win for your ideal patient. So in other words, it should help them to easily achieve something. So for example, if with the grocery list example, they're able to go right away to the grocery store and use that list to get those foods. They need to be able to do something right away, quickly, with what you've given them. The third element to a good lead magnet is that it's super specific. So don't make something just really general. So that's why it's good to search, again, in Pinterest, like I was saying yesterday, for something like IBS downloads or fertility. You want it to be on a specific subject. And the fourth thing is quick to digest. So that means don't make it too complicated. Like a PDF checklist is great. A short ebook works, but don't make it a really long ebook. A short video. A lot of people, like I've said before, do video series. So you could do 3 videos that are about 10 to 15 minutes long, but don't make it to where it's just going to take them forever to digest it. And for example, in our free resource library, we do have a ton of different resources, but they're all very easily digestible. So basically it only takes a little bit of time for someone to go in and do any of those activities. And the reason why we decided to compile it into a free membership instead of having each one of them be a separate landing page was for convenience, because we didn't want someone to have to put in their email address every time and sign up for a new freebie or opt-in or lead magnet. So that's the one way we approached that, since we were developing lots of lead magnets. And then you also want to have it to be super high value. So your lead magnet should have both perceived value and high actual value. So this should be something that you would actually sell to somebody. And don't worry about giving away all your goods or anything like that. It honestly, the more value it has, the more likelihood that they're going to trust you and really be able to see you as the expert that you are. And then you also want it to be instantly accessible. So you want them to be able to either, as soon as they click that button, it directs them right away to the actual lead magnet, or you want it to where you set up an automation to where your email will send them the link so they can access it right away. You don't want them to have to wait like 15 minutes for the email or things like that. You want it to go out immediately. And finally, of course, it needs to demonstrate your expertise. So that is the whole point. You're trying to build a relationship with these people. You're trying to show them that you are an expert on this subject matter, and you want them to really be able to trust you and see that you know what you're talking about. So when they want to take this a step further and book an appointment with you, or see any naturopathic doctor, they're going to think about you because they got this information, they know you know what you're talking about, and they are ready to take it to the next level. So I hope that helps. Those are just 7 little elements. Right now we are doing this as part of our leadership challenge in the Indie Community Facebook group. So if you would like to jump in there, go ahead and do that, and I will be happy to assist you. All right, that's all I've got for today, and I will talk to you real soon. Hey everyone, thanks so much for listening. Massive gratitude to you all. If you liked the episode, go ahead and please give us a rating and a comment on iTunes. That'll help us get this message out to as many NDs as possible. And I also just want to give you an update on ND Community at ndcommunity.com. So we have right now an amazing free resource library that you can become a member of, and it has some mindset, some marketing and business and leadership and all kinds of resources in there for you. So make sure to go ahead and get your free membership, and you can do that at ndcommunity.com. You'll scroll down and you will see where you can click a button and get into that membership. And you also have the opportunity to, if you want, become part of our team as an affiliate. And if you would like that, we are rounding up some amazing NDs that are helping us with this project. And if you would like to be a part of that, please email us at info@ndcommunity.com and we will give you the information. All right, that's all we have for today. Y'all have a great day.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.